Alright, this is my second devlog. Thanks for clicking the video. My name's Ben and I'm making a game and I'm going to walk you through this week's changes. And actually there's been quite a bit. I was just looking at what I've done. Yeah, I've gotten a lot further than I thought actually, so I'm quite happy with this week's progress. Last week I walked you through the environment. This week I've been focusing on turning it into a game really, and starting to add some of the features that I've had in mind. I'm putting them into play. So let's just have a quick look at what that looks like in the game. Where's that thing gone? Yeah, I need to get used to this setup and be more prepared for these videos, I think, going forward. But anyway, for now, right. Yeah, lovely. So one of the things I didn't like last week was the nighttime mode. There wasn't any colour. Now I've got my colour, which is cool. Still not 100% sold on nighttime mode at the moment. I think it needs mist, fog, some sort of volume. The torch it needs to be brighter. It needs to have more of an impact, but it works. You know, you can actually see if you look at the top where the trees are, you can see the light, you know, casting shadows on the leaves, which is nice. It's really cool. Another thing I've been working on is the arrival of our alien friends. Yeah, this sound needs changing. I'm just gonna trigger the event. They sort of they light up the sky now. Got this nice Technicolor dream coat thing going on. Just bring in a few more. As I say, I'm just going to sort of need to sort out that audio. And this is going to be slightly more staged, I guess. At the moment they're just randomly appearing in the sky. But I think for the initial scene where they arrive, I need it a bit more staged, a bit more set up. But still gives you an idea of what it's going to look like. And hopefully pretty cool, you know, especially if you've got your camera out as well and you're ducking in and out, trying to get photos of them. Oh, here comes them all. Yeah, so nighttime, as I say, that's a bug. Better, but still needs some more work. Just going to go back into daytime. Actually, what do they look like in daytime? I don't think I've tested that. I don't know. Anyway, next thing is actually the menu. It looks pretty... Shut up! There must be one more coming. Where is he? I'll tell you what, I can't bother this. Let me just pause that. Go back in. Yeah, the menu. Been working on that. I sort of keeps track of what you got to do. Again, very very rough at this stage, but it's got this file of facts sort of look to it. And you're going to have the photographs or the items you need to photograph, and as you photograph those, they get ticked off. That behaviour is working. Well, it should be. Let's just capture the rabbits, see if that's still... right, well, it's ticked the wrong one. But yeah, you see it sort of lets you know that you've met that objective. These are going to be like... I shouldn't really call them objectives, they're more like side missions, you know, collecting these, along with the forts as well. The forts trigger the storyline. I had someone asking me what they do earlier this week. So yeah, this is what they do. As you approach them, you just walk through them, and it kicks off the story. Oh, my voice! And they're all just scattered all over the island, and they give you an idea of what's going on in the game. It's sort of an internal monologue approach. Some of them are relative to the environment, so you know, I love the sort of old bunkers and that sort of thing, so I figured I need to get one in the game. And you have to crawl in, that's why it's walking really slow, which is quite cool. But here we go, look. Collectibles and Clues. We haven't got anything at the moment, but... what's that? What's that on the floor? I need some sort of sound effect or some sort of signal that you've collected something there. But look, there we go. You've got your first clue. There's an article. You can read that. It zooms in, which is quite cool. Click it and it goes back. And there's going to be different things around the islands scattered around to help you on your merry way. So yeah, that's all quite new. And again, that's why it looks quite rough as well. I'm still playing around with the designs and whatnot. But let's go back over there. So imagine you've landed on the island. You've been taking photographs. You've looked at your current objective, which is to locate the campsite. Here it is. Again, yeah, I need a lot more assets for the campsite. At the moment, it's just a chair and a fire. But I want tents and maybe a little bench or something like that, just so you know you've arrived. So we trigger the internal monologue. I'm supposed to be meeting Mike here. Where is he? Idiot. That Mike, you just can't trust him. But look, now we've got our next objective. Again, I need to, let the player know that this is updated somehow. So now you've got to find the message. Yeah, it's hardly difficult. There you go. It's found the message. And now you can click on that, and there's clues on to where Mike is. That's my beta tester just come in. Yes, lots of issues about the game at the moment. So yeah, I think that's kind of it. I know it doesn't sound a lot. I had some issues with Playmaker and global variables, trying to get it to acknowledge the fact that they were changing state. It should have been easy. It should have been a 5-minute job. But there's this one little. Let me show you. There's one little option in Playmaker. I had no idea was there that you can use. So I'll just open up any old script for now. Up here in the top right, you've got this option, and you can make your state machines, your finite state machines, sequences, action sequences. So if you tick that on, all this has to happen before it will move on to the next state. And I think that's what was happening was when you was collecting the object, and I was trying to set the boolean to true, and then reflecting that in the menu, for some reason it wasn't happening. So as soon as I made it an action state and said no, set the object, set the global variable to true, then it's, in this action sequence, then it started to work. But that took me a while to figure out, which is really annoying. That's the way it goes over this sort of thing, isn't it? It's never simple. Yeah, and I guess this is the first time you've seen like the my environment, Unity set up. This is the island. It needs some tidying up at the moment. There's some really nice areas. The path that I normally show, the central area around here, and the stream down here is all looking pretty good. But around the back here, where the campsite is, that needs a lot of work. There's also going to be a mountain that I need to add into the environment, and that's going to play a big part of the game later. So need to do that. Got the GUI floating around. And I've been trying to keep it as tidy as possible in the hierarchy. It looks a bit like that at the moment. Again, a lot of stuff I've disabled for now while I'm sort of working on the GUI and menu, for example. But yeah, I'll probably do. Well, I did say last time I'll do a bit of a deep dive on my setup and how I made this game at a later point in more detail, just purely focused on that side of things. But as always, if you've got any questions and whatnot, you can contact me on YouTube or Twitter. And yeah, I think that's it for this week. Next week I want to tidy up this menu. There's the third objective I need to add in, and probably going to tie in the meteors after that. So it's coming together. Oh, and I've got some music coming hopefully next week. Jackson Wallace has he's going to try his best to get me the exploration music, which will be nice. So I can't wait to see what that's going to sound like, and you know, what sort of tone that'll set with the game. That's going to be cool. To get that in, I'm trying to get a prototype together of this game. That's my game plan at the moment, is to try and get the basics of the game in place. Not necessarily in order. Oh, kids. Not necessarily in order. But it'll give someone an idea of how the game plays and the sort of scenes and the sort of things that you'll be doing in the game. So that's my plan for now. That's my focus, and I'll see how I get on next week. Yeah, bye for now.